Hello and welcome to another short drawing lesson. This week we're going to draw the Porsche 356, a lovely simple design that shouldn't take too long. To make it more fun we'll make it slightly cartoony and do it in action. So the first thing we'll do is a front wheel over here, and then we'll draw another wheel 2 wheels further back. So that's 1 wheel, 2 wheels, then comes the next one. Try and draw as lightly as you can at the beginning because you might make a mistake or want to tweak something. Next we need the bottom of the car, which is just below the centres of the wheels, horizontal line. And we can do the overhangs now, so that front, which is over here, we need half a wheel's overhang. At the back we need 3/4 or maybe 2/3 of an overhang there. Now comes the first tricky little bit, which is a slightly sloping front, which becomes a lovely soft curve. And now a very gently curving line that runs between the wheels. Use just the sweep of your arm to get that. Once you get to about the back wheel, it needs to tighten slightly and drop down to this marker. So it's something like that. Quite tricky. Next we can do the door. So just about here we've got a slightly sloping, curving front edge, which has got quite a pronounced curve at the top, a small one at the bottom. At the back edge we're a bit further away from the wheel and it's more vertical, but it does still have a little curving top and bottom. There's your door. And with that we can work out where the windscreen goes, just a little bit further back from that long curve. Very sloping windscreen, very low with a curving top. And an even more sloping glass edge with a curving bottom. And that allows you just to show a little bit of the bonnet. Next we've got the tonneau cover for the roof, because it's a speedster, this one. It just curves up and it stops when it's level with the centre of your back wheel. And at that point we need to do our engine cover. So I'm turning the page to make it a bit easier to get my hand to do the curve. And again it's heading for that same point, it's just from a bit higher up. So there's your basic shape. We can do the fun stuff now. So we've got some bumpers to put in, just some little ovals down here. If you like, you can put the overriders on. I think they're called overriders. Just a sort of D shape. And the important headlights, which is just like a banana shape, just sitting on the front of that curve. And beneath that there's a smaller light. Could be the indicator or a side light. At the back we've got very small oval lights sat there, and the engine, some kind of number plate light or something, I'm not sure. We've got a piece of chrome trim that runs just above the wheels, like that, and that shows you where the door handle goes. There's a door handle there, and we'll put the bottom of the door in, the bottom of the car in. So we can start to press a bit harder now, because this is very dark under the car. You can show a bit of the engine and exhaust pipe under there. That's all dark. And at the same time we'll add a bit of depth to the drawing by showing the wheels on the far side, just on the inside there. Again quite dark because they're on the shady side. We can add a little bit of detail to our chrome. I like to do a little darker spot halfway up my chrome on the headlights, because that's like the horizon line. Same on the bumpers, halfway up, just a little darker line. And if you like, you can add a little bit of shading to that roof and add some poppers. We do need a rear view or a wing mirror and some windscreen wipers. Maybe a badge on the wing there. And there's a little bit of trim under the door. So there's a nice little speedster. You could do that parked if you like, just add the floor on, but we're going to do it in motion. So we'll first, this is my sort of shorthand for a cartoon car, a bit of dust. a shadow that's slightly separate from the wheels, because that makes the car look like it's flying or bouncing along. A few tiny little specks of dust or rocks flying up, that always adds lots of action. And a driver we need. The driver's completely up to you it doesn't even need to be a human. You could be a kind of Ratvink style thing if you're feeling keen. Give him a smile. Might just see the tip of his arms. And a nice whiz line. That always helps. At this point you can firm up any little bits that you think just need to be a little bit clearer, or just to balance the picture. There's one thing that I don't normally do on these quick drawings is the wheel arches, because usually the wheel arch just follows the wheel round, but on this car we've got inset wheels, and the wheel arch just chops the tops of the wheels off, and it's quite an important part of the design. So we've got this squared off lower wheel arch, especially at the back it's lower than the front, so we can darken inside there just to show that's definitely a wheel arch. A tiny little bit of shading over the wheel as well, just to show that they're set in. Same at the front, but it's higher, so you only just take the very tip of the front wheel off. You can have a whiz line coming off the hubs as well if you like. Difficult to do the detail when it's this small, isn't it? A few little marks just on the bodywork, just to show there's some dust or something, or that there is something there rather than just an empty hole. And that's pretty much it. Let me know in the comments how yours went. Hopefully it turned out well. Or if you're on Facebook, even post it in the comments. I'd love to see them. Otherwise, like and subscribe. Have a fantastic week. And I'll see you for another one soon.